in, get a drink, get refueled as we just have a quick look through the grid here while we're waiting up. Edwin, probably one of the picks for this race, but you've got to give it to Sherbet Gandhi too. He was half a second up there coming into Sector 3, so he's got the pace to challenge. It's good to see. Kembo in the Z4, great to see that little car up there. It really is. Dafinio, our sideways in the Vodafone livery, Lambo Hurricane, sitting in fourth. Demobi, who managed to pinch a few podium spots last time. Fantastic racing for both third places there, so he's definitely one to look out for if he can get that going. Ubar in the Merc. Merc should go well here, Andy, with it being top speed. Dr. Sam. I think so. Absolutely, he's definitely a guy to look out for. We're going into race 1, which of course is our 20-minute race. It's a straight sprint with no pit stop. The guys need to either perform well in this one, even the guys at the back, because race 2 is going to be reverse grid of race 1, so it's important we take note of the positions. Richard at the back there. Really close to starting this race off here. Of course, it's a short run into La Source. It's 271 metres from the bus stop, even shorter from a standing start, so hopefully all the lads can get it sorted into Eau Rouge. Keep it clean. Get through that first corner. It'd be great to watch them run up Eau Rouge through Radion onto the Kimmel Straight. There's going to be... We're going to tell, I think, by the end of Kimmel Straight, just who's got the top speed there. Great place to get in the draft. Hassle a driver, you know. I believe you're right. I think it'll be great to watch Sherbet Gandhi. It's of course our British driver from Somerset. We raced 1 year. I think we're about to go green light here. Ready for the green. And we're away. First race, Spa Rubbins Racing 2019. It was indeed. Kembo up the inside. Wow, what a start by these boys. Yeah, absolutely. The boys all doing well down there. Dafinio leading the train going. Doing a fantastic job there. Oh, we've got some contact back there. We've got someone going backwards. It's Demobi, it is. And we've got Uber and it looks like the Z4 rubbing with each other. They've got 3 wide coming down the Kimmel Straight into Lacombe, and we know this, it doesn't go well for them. Multiverse on the inside of the Lambo. Nice work coming into Lacombe. Through to Melody. Great driving by these lads. Ooh, Duffy! Sherbet Gandhi's gone for the lead. Oh my god, as the camera sorts itself out, this is our front 3 at the minute. Oh, Sherbet Gandhi goes very wide. That's going to be a slowdown. Without a doubt, a slowdown as they come through the no-name corner. The double gouge now. Careful not to put Vol 4s out of the white line. They need to keep at least 2 wheels in. The lad's very tentative around that bit. Can you blame him? Duffy. He is indeed. Yeah, I think he got a slowdown there. Yeah, I think he got a slowdown at the no-name corners. Track limits. And he did. Good racing by them boys as we watch Kembo go, I think, very sideways. It was Uber. Going extremely sideways there. Let's have a look back at Millsy, what these boys up to at the minute. All very close to each other. Millsy in front of this little train. It looks like a Tanis is a lot quicker this time round. BST very wide, off the track. We might need to give that position up. We'll keep on board with these guys. Side by side. Side by side. Coming through the Blanchimont corner. The Renault has got it. All falls off though. He's going to get a slowdown as they come into the bus stop chicane. Millsy on the outside now. Yeah, you can run a little wide and take a little bit more with it. Millsy looks like he's got that position done. Is he going to defend the inside from BS2? He's very experienced, Millsy. Yes, he does go defensive. He's allowed to do that. Into La Source. Yeah. Oh, he does go it. Delays the steering a little bit. Nice. That's some good clean racing by the boys there into La Source. It does bottleneck up, so it's great to see the lads still fighting away there. Looks like BST lagging a bit. Let's have a look at what Kembo, Dauphinio and them lot guys are doing. Well, them boys doing pretty well there. Multiverse looks like he's hassling that Lambo in front. Millsy still side by side with BST. Those boys going hard. Oh! I think when as I said that, BST is round, he is. Yellow flag. At Lacombe, so hopefully all the boys sort themselves out. Yeah. I think he got himself going again. Let's have a look at Sam. The Constantina effect around the teardrop. Dauphinio. Closing up on Edwin. Yeah, it does look like that. Looks like Sherbet Gandhi's made a mistake somewhere, or he has a slowdown because he's dropped off the back of him after looking so lively at the start. Hopefully Dauphinio can keep with Edwin. Yeah, he's done a pretty good job where he was in that Merc. He's definitely got the pace. Millsy. What's happened there? It looks like he's got a Tannis behind him. Did he make a mistake? Both Bammer and Sam are in front of him. These little train here is good to see. Like Millsy was a little wide there. Dauphinio now. Trying to hunt down that Merc up the round Blanchimont now. He might have a difficult time. He really wants to try and stay in the draft of that Mercedes. Not too far off though. He's not pulled clean away yet. As we go on board with Bammer. Looks like he's hassling the back of Multiverse. Very wide there. That's to be a slowdown, definitely. The boys racing very fair at the minute. Go on board with a Tannis into the bus stop. That M6 looks like a beast. I love the livery. Nice job by all of these boys. You can just see how close these lads are. Yeah. Multiverse leading the little pack here. Both Tom. Oh, that Lambo looks a little bit tentative. Pulling out the corner there. It doesn't look like he's able to put the full power down. He's feathering the throttle. Yeah, it looks like that 488 has got his number coming up through erosion to the Radiant. Oh, but I say that, the 488 pulls 4 wheels out. Absolutely. It's definitely a discussion. We'll have a look at what Sherbet Gandhi's up to at the minute. Seems to have put that gap back. He's definitely got pace in that thing. He's catching on the back of Dauphinio now. Back to Sam. Tannis behind him, Millsy in front. Tannis looking very racy at the minute as the camera angle sorts itself out. Come on, they're not there. There we go. These boys all very close to each other, a couple of seconds between them. It does look like Sherbet Gandhi's pulling up on Dauphinio, yeah? Demobi looks like he's having a tough one. Let's have a quick look. He is one of our standouts from Monza, going very slow, coming up the no-name. He's going to allow Ken to pull up on the back of him. We'll keep where the action is now. It is that Millsy coming out the way there in front of him? Let's have a look at Sam as he hassles the back end of him. A lad flying there, great. Oh, he's very wide. Millsy seems like he might be struggling a little bit with the back end of that thing. He's managed to keep it in front of the Tannis though. We'll have a look at Kembo at the back here. He's caught the little group up. Got racing all. As he does that, he goes sideways. He's really struggling with the back end of that Z4. One more traction. Hopefully he'll keep it going, try score some points. Yeah. Absolutely. He's not had an easy one, has he? We'll keep with these two as they come into the bus stop and jump to a Tannis next, because those boys look like they're in a group with the Skyline try anything. Yeah, definitely looks racy. Keeps behind him at the bus stop. Oh, as we say that, he's gone wide and round. He does lose the car. Tannis is through. hopefully it can continue, but the game, you're right Andy, when it does that and you make contact, it tries to want to give the position back, even if you're not actually directly involved in it. Well, Tannis managing to keep it in the lines. Millsy up the straight. Multiverse leading this pack now. All the way to Javi, I can see in the background. Good racing by these boys. Millsy, our British driver from Suffolk. The 488. It's great watching these. Millsy's so side was there. Richard, I think. Yeah, damn it. Yeah, he's definitely lost the back end of the car as the camera tries to sort itself out. Atanas now on the back of Millsy. With the no-named corner. To see. Yeah. The double gouge, yeah. Shows him in the inside. I think what he's after there is like a reaction from him. We're looking. Oh, he's got the inside. Thinks better of it. I'm just having a look up there at Sherbet Gandhi. Seems to be pulling on the arse end of that other Lambo. These two cars obviously identical, so it's all about setup. Looks like Sherbet Gandhi's really hassling the back end of him. Absolutely, yeah. He's doing a real good job. Ooh, as he runs a little wide. Again, the downforce affecting him. Coming into the bus stop, Definio goes defensive. He did. Yeah, maybe he's put a bit too much stress into those tyres, possibly trying to cool down them tyres. He's definitely off his best lap. Sherbet Gandhi shows him inside there. He's just trying to get a reaction out of Definio now to defend the corner, maybe pull him in a little tighter. I think, yeah, the softs would be the better option. I mean, then it goes down to driver preference. We'll have ooh, Definio very wide across there. He's definitely going to get a slowdown or a time penalty. Should we have a quick look at Titanis as they're coming up onto Rouge now? Great corner. Let's see his line. Let's see his line through here. Does he manage to keep it in? No, he's not. He's not. Looks like, yeah, it looks like Richard and Sam are having their own little internal battle here as we check out them coming up the Kimmel Straight. Great to see them boys. Javi and Atanis now, a second between them. Just have a look on the train with Multiverse now, as the camera tries and catch up with itself. He leads the train of these cars with Millsy just behind him, 2 seconds down the road, coming through the no-name corner. Millsy just coming through it now. Atana's still doing well. I'm glad to see him sorting that BMW out. He had a real tough time in Monza. Stuck with it though, good to see. Demobi looks like he's trying to make some moves here. Demobi, our Bavarian driver. Oh, very experienced, and he got the outside coming into the double gouge. Can he keep at least 2 tyres within the white line? He looks like he's aced that. Richard a little wide. I suspect that's down to downforce, as we've said before, following a car too closely. You lose all that front end grip coming through there. It looks like Hannes is speaking with him. Should we go on board with our leader that's not got too much run time at the minute? 6-second gap, Andy, coming into La Source. Do you think stuff? Absolutely. Do you reckon Definio and Sherbet have got the speed? Yeah. I think so too. Yeah. Edwin with a 2 minute 19 last time around. Only guys that are really close to that, with a 2:20 by Definio and a 2:21 with Demobi. We've got a guy into the pit. That'll be, looks like Multiverse into the pit. That's an unregistered stop, so that's allowed Kembo to come up. Maybe BST will figure out that as well. We'll go on board with Definio now. You can physically see Sherbet Gandhi in the background. These boys look like they have great pace in those cars. They just look a little bit more difficult to manage, it would seem. Sherbet Gandhi, again our British driver from Somerset, showing why he is one of the best on this league at the minute. Full 6 seconds back to Ubar in the Mercedes. Oh, has he got sideways? He saves it. Does he save it? No, he doesn't manage to catch it. We've got a yellow flag coming through the double grouch, guys. Be wary. Has that released Ubar? It has. It was good of Sherbet Gandhi to keep out the ways. These Ubars coming around the corner show some real good awareness, which is what we need from our guys. Yeah. Going crazy. What's that for a race around? Absolutely brilliant. But I don't think Sherbet Gandhi's going to be happy with that. He's going to want to get that place back, so definitely something to watch there. Dropped a bit of speed. Fantastic driving. That just goes to show it might not be the quickest on track, but consistency is king, and consistency has got Ubar up into third here. Sherbet Gandhi chasing him down. We'll have a look at Demobi. Very wide, yeah, he's going to get a slowdown. Demobi, by the looks of it, managing to put some lap times together now. Really picking up pace in that skyline, definitely. See, following there, he's got Sam in front of him in the 488. Shall we have a quick look at the speed that these boys are doing? Coming through the Blanchimont corner into the chicane, 150s. It's great to hear that skyline scream. Atanas into the pit. That unregistered spot. Sherbet Gandhi now, very close to the back of Ubar, fighting for our last podium spot. Ooh, looks sideways again. That it looks real difficult, the back end of that car. It looks quick, but I mean, going sideways as flamboyant as it looks, it's not the fastest route. It's not staying in the draft there of Ubar, maybe cooling down the tyres. Ubar on a good lap at the minute. Sherbet Gandhi now, coming through Lacombs into the Mandley bit. He's going to want to come into the teardrop, keeping it as neat as he can. Bad corner to get on the grass. Certainly is. 160s Demobi, he's not even at the end of it. 164, 65, that's one of the fastest I've seen today, Andy, definitely. Well, with his previous lap time was a 121, he's a full second and a full couple of seconds quicker than the guys in front. Oh, as you say that, it looks like Dr. Sam has made a mistake. He has. Will he lose any more positions? He's going again. Okay. Demobi released now into some fresh air. 2 seconds up the road is Avi, who looks also like he may have made a mistake that time round. Australian driver. Yep, he deserves a medal all in himself for doing that one. Really committed to the Robbins Racing League, like the majority of the guys in here. I really respect that. Edwin, lap 7, 2:19, still the class of the field. Demobi next up on Javri. We'll keep an eye on that. What's happening with Sherbet Gandhi and Ubar? Still in looking distance. We'll have a quick look at the chase cam to see what that gap's like as they come into the bus stop. Nice exit there, good power. Coming into La Source now. See the line he takes through here. Again, the bottleneck corner that widens. Takes it wide, does make a little touch there, that's not going to help him out. On board with Demobi, also into the bus stop as we come trackside. Chasing Javi down, I think it's only a matter of time. Back on board with Sherbet Gandhi. He looked a little bit better through Rouge that time, Andy. I noticed he's in the draft here as well. 160, 64, 65. That's impressive speed, absolutely. We've got Demobi in the background, coming through Eau Rouge. On board with Demobi, he's taking a slow down. Oh, God. It's good to actually see that physically on track though. He cut Rouge a little bit, didn't want the penalty. Looks like Sam's having a bit of fun on Demobi now. Looks like he's closed that gap up. I think that'll be the Concertina effect. Demobi going again. Oh, Sam. Yeah. Bad corner. Looks like he's struggling coming into Lacombs there, Andy, into Mandalay, definitely. I think again a lack of downforce. Again, yeah. Definitely emphasising the lack of downforce these guys are having when following closely. Demobi looks. No. As we come on board with Demobi, there's a couple of seconds behind. Go back to Sherbet Gandhi now, coming through the Paul Ferrer into the Blanchimont corner, trying to keep at least 2 wheels on outside the white line here. Scrappy lap time. Good time last time around by these boys as well. Still very quick. Look at Sherbet Gandhi on the brakes. Absolutely immense. On board with him now. Look how quick that AMG is. Trying to get him to react there. I love that little fake. Trying to keep him in the headlights. What's going on? Are these boys side by side? They look like that. They are! Possibly, but these guys are side by side coming into Eau Rouge. This isn't going to work. Uber running very wide. Oh, then again, Sherbet Gandhi. Yeah, not to cause any crap. Unbelievable. Nice pass. Have a quick look at the chase cam. No, he's not. Great to see. Have a look at Javi now on the back of these boys still fighting. Demobi and Javi. Demobi does look like he's got a bit more balance in that car. We'll go on board. He has had a spin or two, so that Skyline are really working well. 165 still. Does he manage to get it stopped in time? Looks like he were very hard on the brakes there. On board with Uber, chasing down that last podium spot. Sherbet Gandhi doing everything he can to get out the draft there, Uber. Quick driver. Good to see. As they come through the double grouch now. Back on board with Demobi. Coming through the teardrop. Skyline certainly seems to like the low speed corners. Different line through there. Have a look. Yeah, Kembo with half a BMW Z4 on his best lap, 2/10 up. One of the attributes of Kenbo, who's following Multiverse there, is he is known to have lots of patience. He can sit behind you, study your line. Race complete. Didn't see that come up. That was Edwin across the line already, my bad. Definio now. Nice second place by him. Are we going for the last podium spot? Sherbet Gandhi and Uber. Look like they're side by side. They're fighting into the bus stop. Got to give each other the room. Are we going to have a third finish? Uber off the line. Doesn't get the traction in. The boys, straight fight out there. That was great to see. Good to see. Bama there. Our new racer to the league. Good to see him get a good spot there. Millsy. Looks like he had a little bit of a struggle there with back end grip. Demobi. Just coming around the bus stop now. No, he's got 22 litres in. Demobi over the line. Nice work, brother. Jaffe. Good race by him too, inside the top 10. Dr. Sam gave us some great racing through there, did Sam Andy. A Renault in the top 10. Should be proud of that with the there. We've got some tracks coming up next, a bit twistier. They're not so much power circuits, so I expect these boys to do well. We have got racing apparently. Multiverse and Kembo very close. Great to see. Over the line. Yeah, odd one from him. I'd expect him to be further up there. A couple of other names pointed out, but yeah, Edwin, Duffy and Sheppy. Ubar not far behind either. As far as first races go, I think you boys did a standout job. Yeah, the boys bunching up at the back there. Doesn't look like the best of starts by these boys. The Tannis is going to have to go for it in a second. They're going to come across the line. Hopefully these boys have sorted themselves out. We're underway now. Anyone could go. Race going. Green light at our feature race of Spa. Absolutely. Should we take a look back there, I think? Demobi in the middle of all that. Choosing a wider line round there. Good exit. Edwin up into 12th. Let's take a look back on board. Up side by side with Atanis for Eau Rouge. Does he make it? Looks like Atanis very wide there. So's Richard. And it looks like Multiverse are wide. All the boys side by side. Look at the boys, still side by side, still. Millsy getting swamped a little bit there, into 6. We've got someone in the background off, Atanis struggling for grip. These boys all through, Demobi now. Edwin into 12th, come on camera angle, let's go. Looks like Atanis is getting swallowed a little bit, he gets hit from the back. Manages to keep it in the right direction. All these boys in the teardrop. Really sideways. Absolutely. Definio very close to the back end of these guys. Looks like Ubar hassling the back end of Sheffield. We're driving by these boys. Looks like Ubar might be side by side. Ubar tapped Sherbet Gandhi as they go around. Wow. Coming through the double grouch. Then boys get going again. Back on board with Sam now. BST looks like is very close to the brass end of Millsy. Millsy goes side with BST round. Oh, unlucky, buddy. Millsy round, okay. Let's have a look back there. Did they manage to get going? Richard, I'm sorry about the kangaroo angle, boys. Atlantis down into 6. Looks like he's having some fun there. Oh my god. No way. Delfinio's having a real mare here as we watch Edwin fight with Demobi. These boys very close in the podium. They're very close in the standing, sorry. Good driving by these lads. Bama, new driver, into 5th. Takes his mandatory pit stop early. Will anybody else follow suit? Atanis now, as we watch Richard get sent sideways. It looked like he were pushed a little bit there. These boys giving it all she's got, but maybe a little too aggressive. I can find there's going to be some stewards inquiry after this one. So we take a look at Richard hassling the... That's Jaffy, sorry. Hassling Demobi. Bama's still in the pit. Let's have a look back at Definio. He's struggling. Let's have a look. Yeah, Ubar looks like he's catching him coming up Eau Rouge. Let's go on board with Ubar. See what his angle looks like. Loses a little bit of pace there. BST behind him. Looks like he might have a little bit of damage. Absolutely. Let's have a look behind. These boys side by side. These boys not giving each other any room. Sherbet Gandhi very wide. BST, bit of lag maybe. He outbraked himself anyway. Sherbet Gandhi going very wide. Gonna have to give that spot up. Ubar. Looks like it went sideways. Definio now chasing down that spot. Ooh, these boys need to be careful where they're positioned. That was a move and a half. Looks like Jaffe. Yeah, did. Sorry about the camera, Richard. It is Richard and Ubar. Ubar looks like he got it. Richard very sideways. Definio now. Let's have a look. It's BST in front of him, I believe. Through the double grouch. That Renault not looking the best for there. I think for a second he had to slam on the brakes as we take a look back at Jaffe and Atanas. Yeah, it looks in a bit of a sorry state for itself there. He's in the back. BST round. Yeah, Definio round. We've got a yellow flag in La Fangs. Absolutely. Does he get it go again? He has. Sherbet Gandhi now. Looks like he might have the run on the 488 here. Let's have a quick look at the chase cam. He's in the draft. He's still holding first. Yeah, Richard very wide there. We'll go back with Kembo now. He was your dark horse there, your pick of the league, Multiverse, my little pick there. Just exiting La Source, coming up onto Eau Rouge now. Let's have a look at Sam. Is that Millsy in front of him? It is. Millsy in that last podium spot. I know the guy. Oh, the guy hits the wall! Was that a bit of net coding? You don't want to see that. Looks like Millsy got way too close. We've got Sherbet Gandhi into the pit. Millsy defensive. Millsy doesn't want to give that last podium spot up, but you can clearly see how fast that AMG is. Good driving by these boys. Let's have a look at Definio. Definio and Ubar going at it. Pretty close by these guys, as we have someone going way out wide there. Tanis out wide. Definio looking very racy. Have a quick on board with him. Oh, maybe a little close there. Lost a bit of time to Definio, going to the double grouch. Let's have a look at Sam. Zapping in with him and Millsy. Millsy coming at it now. That windscreen, not a great shot from him. I apologise for that, guys. Absolutely. It does look like Sam's got a bit more of a stable setup. Should we have a look back at Tanis and Definio? Looks like Definio's got that spot. He has. Definio hassling Ubar now. Great driving. Definio, our Czech driver, looks like he's on the inside of Ubar. The Czech driver does it. Ubar, our Dutch driver, has to concede there. Quick on board. Will Ubar come back at him? Looks like he's, yeah, looks like he's struggling a bit. Demobi through the bus stop, chasing down Sam. He must have a great view of the guys in front, the two Ferraris fighting one another. Good lap by Demobi lap time round. Atanas trying to fight Ubar. Oh, it looked like they did. It looks like Millsy or one of these guys in front having a little bit of lag problems here. Yeah, it looks like Millsy's having a bit of a tough time. It does look like it from our stretch. Of course, Millsy, our British driver from Suffolk. These boys up the straight. Is that Demobi in the background going round the outside of Sam? It looks like Sam may have had a slowdown there. We just see Definio in the background. That looks like a Tanis who is weighing Ubar up a little bit. Not as that AMG is an absolute monster in a straight line. Meanwhile, Richard just coming up the Kemmel Straight. He's got Javi in the background, not too far from him. Good to see these guys as we'll jump back on board with the Tanis now. As the cameraman takes a day off to see. Yeah, do you think that's just down to pace, road speed, Andy, or do you think it's down to the BMW and the way it's set up? It did look like we may have missed that one, yeah. I'm just going to have a quick look at the timings here while we've got it. Going around the list, Edwin's got a 2-second penalty. Ubar with a second penalty there. I thought there'd be a lot more penalties than what there is. Let's have a look. Good through that last sector there. Javi now. In sight of Richard. Got him in his sights. Let's have a look at Millsy. Looks like... Yeah, it looked like Millsy is definitely lagging a little bit there. Do not worry, guys, about a 488 in the middle of the track. It is a lagged car. Definio. Oh, on the outside. Looks like Sam's struggling a little bit. Maybe got a slow down there. Back on board with Demobi now. Millsy up next. Edwin up into third, man. great driving round him, but Edwin last time round was 1:19. Doesn't look like there's anybody on track at the minute that's setting that sort of time. As we say that, it looks like the hub is through on Millsy. Where is Millsy? Millsy still lagging. He is still on track, still going. Atanas now. Millsy disconnection there. Millsy got a retirement, and unfortunately, with only 6 laps down, he's not going to be eligible for any points. Edwin looks like he's getting closer. Let's have a look at the onboard with these guys. It looks like in the draft Edwin's got a bit of speed. It'd be interesting to see next time round with Edwin what sort of speed he's doing down that bit. Dafinio being hassled by Sam. Sam's not letting that spot go. Oh, in the background, Atanas and Dafinio. Yeah, Atanas and Ubar going at it. Atanas not happy just for that position. He really wants to come back. Oh, that's a radio message through. We may be able to get hold of Atanas just for a bit of comment for what was going on with the car, but the pit crew have told Atanas to come in. Something going wrong with that car, obviously. I think Edwin's just popped through. He has indeed. Multiverse not wanting. Oh, he's so sideways. Good save by Multiverse there, but Edwin through there. You've got to think that's that position done. Good driving. Back to Sam through the double gauche. Chasing down Dafinio. Dafinio looks like he's pulled a tiny bit out on him and that like Atanas. Through the double gauche as well. Looks like he's a little closer to Ubar. Pushed out wide. Will that be another slowdown? Good. It's good on the brakes and he's real good round this last bit here. We'll go on board with Javi. These boys are real close. Ferrari versus Ferrari here. To see the lines these boys take through the Les Fords into campus. These corners here, Andy, I do like driving on Spa, but I find this here, the campus corner, and the Stavelot afterwards, difficult for keeping that rear end in check. Yeah, or pull it in, I've found. Yeah, definitely right there, buddy. We'll quickly go on board with Atanas. Looks like you're a bit wide through Blanchimont, sorry about the mic. Coming up into the bus stop, good on the brakes. Millsy, of course, on track. Radio message to come through as Atlantis sideways. What was going on with the car, Millsy? Can you tell us, bro? Yeah. That's such a shame to see that it's there, Millsy. You were looking real good race too, buddy. Fantastic racing from you, buddy, and I really do appreciate you joining us in the commentary box, giving us the update on Word. We've got that. Thanks, Mills. Have a look at Richard now. He's chasing down Bammer and Javi. Look at the chase cam. Looks like Bammer's a little closer, but that 488 Javi definitely wound up well on that straight. Look at the different lines that the Lambo and the 488 take there. 488's probably taking a better line into there, delaying it a little bit. There's the cameraman, comes back around here. This is definitely where the fighting is at the minute. Last time around, Kenbo, our race leader, who's being chased down at the minute by Edwin, was quicker than Edwin last time round, only by 2 tenths. That gap at 4 seconds, Bammer, sideways! Richard through, I think. Yeah. Also, yeah, bugger. All down to downforce. It's Sherbert Gandhi. You've got to say, the boy has bags and bags of pace. He really does, our British driver from Somerset, but he just keeps struggling to keep it on the track as Richard goes very wide there. That'll be a slowdown. Let's go on board with Kenbo. He's into the pit now. Where is Edwin? Just coming through the bus stop? Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's just a shame because the guy does have plenty of pace. Edwin takes the lead of this race. Sherbert Gandhi hassling Richard now. Round the outside of Stavelot. Can he make it stick on one of his quicker laps here? Let's go on board with him. So he chases down that 488. Pull the pole for a Coming up into Blanchimont now. Important to try and keep 2 wheels at least on the outside here. You don't want the slowdown. Both hit the grass a little bit. It looks like he's through. It's like Richard were very wide, but he's on the inside. Sherbet Gandhi. Looked like he's immense on the brakes there, Andy. It does take some getting used to. Absolutely, buddy. I totally 100% agree. So Bama now, who we saw go sideways at the no-name corner, now chasing down that 11th spot with Richard and Sherbet Gandhi in front. Edwin now with a 5-second gap in the lead, now 8 laps down. Should we go on board? Absolutely. As we've got Richard span round, we've got a yellow flag, Eau Rouge and Radion. Let's have a look again at the penalties. We've got Edwin with a 2-second penalty, Dauphinio now with a 2-second penalty as well. Ubar, the other driver with a 2nd penalty. Everyone else very clean, Andy, I must say. We have absolutely seen them slow down on the straight, trying to serve them warnings there. Top job by the lads for doing so. Edwin now with that 5-second gap. Does look like, if we look at his chase cam, that he can see Multiverse in front of him in that AMG. The Moby, real good job. Yeah, absolute grand job. That's where the race is for him at the minute. We'll go back on board with Sherbet Gandhi. Let's go trackside. Demoby. Looks like he's catching Multiverse. These guys still squabbling. Quickly on board with Demoby. Up the start finish. This little run here is only 271 metres from start to finish in La Source, so it's a quick sprint. All about this entry here. The hairpin is a bottleneck and it's tight on entry, but it increasingly widens on the exit and it allows many different lines to be taken, as we can see. We will check that out quickly. Consistent as well, you're right. I must say, it's not the easiest of cars to drive as a Nissan Skyline. It does require a certain driving style for it. It isn't for everybody, so they're glad doing a real good job. Let's have a look at Javi, who I think's catching up with Sherbet Gandhi. Bama is still on the back of them guys doing really well. Demoby still on the back end of him. I did want to catch his speedo coming through there. Sorry, guys. He is last time round of 222. The guys around him 227, 225. Oh, Demoby stalking. Looks to be Multiverse. He put 4 wheels out. Maybe that's a slowdown. We don't know yet. I don't want to leave these guys through the double grouch. The boy's done a great job to make sure they keep within the lines. It looks like Demoby might have the run on him. Dulmotu goes to go defensive. He doesn't. Bama and Jaffrey there going at it. Multiverse a bit slower around there. Now Demoby will see that in front of him. Let's have a quick look on board with him. You can see how close these guys are. Oh, Demoby. Yeah. Definitely thinking about Installiot. We'll keep on board with these guys as they're coming up to the Blanchimont corner. That Skyline. Absolutely. It's such a top job for all these drivers to keep it on the track and keep it safe. Demoby now on the brakes. Up at the inside into the bus stop. Gets the job done. Nice work. Wow. That boy is something else. He's definitely, yeah, last of the late breakers, Andrew, definitely. Great job by him. We're taking a look back quickly at Bama now. See what's going on with him. Who's he got in front of him? Let's go chase cam. See that gap to Javi. Bit of a far out. Back on board with Multiverse now. He's going to follow that Nissan Skyline through Eau Rouge. We're going to the cockpit to get a sense of speed through here by these boys. Slight lift there, Andy, through Eau Rouge. There's a lot of possibilities, yeah. What's he doing at the end of here in his draft? 161, 62. Demoby was doing that sort of speed without being in a draft. Go trackside now. Kenbo looks like he's having some fun. Yeah, chasing down Sam. On a good lap is Kenbo this time round. Have a look back at Bama now. Oh, these boys very close to each other coming up Eau Rouge. Bama, our new driver, into the rubbing loose end. It looks like Multiverse and Demoby are still going at it a little bit as we're watching Javi side by side. That Lambo, good on the brakes, yeah. I was gonna say. Yeah, well, I might have got that move done, I reckon. Let's go on board with Kenbo quickly. Chasing down, is that Tom in front of him? We'll go back to Javi, is that? Yeah. It has increased somewhat. Javi now looks like he's getting a bit frustrated behind that Lambo. The Lambo immense on the brakes though. Back on board with Kenbo. He's definitely the standout guy at the minute. He had pole position and he had fastest lap last time around. Great shot now with Kenbo coming through. Absolutely. Keeps the championship nice and close. It's that Multiverse into the pit. Taking his stop. Oh, that looked like that may have been Sam taking his stop too. It was. So that's going to release Kenbo into some fresh air. Let's see what sort of lap times he can do now he's been released. Uber across the line. Does a good job. We're going to pick up a few positions with the guys in the pit. Let's go on board with our leader now, who's not had too much run time. He's got a hell of a lead there, but he does need to pit. Demoby. Where's Demoby? He's just coming down the Kimmel Straight now. If there's anyone that can challenge at the minute, Demoby and Duffinio will be the guys. Duffinio doing a good job there as well to hang on to the boys in front. Both Duffinio and Demoby with a 121 last time round. Nothing between them. Edwin again with the 120s. Taking a look back there at Sherbet Gandhi and Multiverse to get pretty close. Oh, Sherbet Gandhi's side was through Eau Rouge. He kept it within the lines though, Andy. That's so difficult to do. It's fantastic driving. Let's see what sort of speed Sherbet Gandhi's doing down the end of here. 165 is our top speed. And he matches it, he does. Atanas into the pit, serving his pit stop. Yeah, I mean, with the Lambo, of course, there's no front end downforce on it. You can only play around with the rear, but the rear looks more loose than anything else at the minute. Absolutely. Let's have a look at Multiverse. Yeah, they've definitely made a mistake there. Multiverse. Look at that. Them soft tyres on the back must be giving up on Sherbet Gandhi. Look at the line. Multiverse a lot cleaner, a lot tidier. Sherbet Gandhi obviously has bags of space. He did a 121 last time round. He's on pace with the leaders out in front, but struggling. Yep. They do. You tend after about 5 or 6 laps, whether it's Monza or Brands Hatch, the arse end starts sliding around. We're on lap 12 now of this 21 lap race. Sherbet Gandhi very wide. Yeah, he definitely had to slow down there, I reckon. Will he have a go into him? Into the bus stop. That Lambo good on the brakes. He does it. He has shown him the inside. Oh, yeah. Just faking him out there. Oh, what an acceleration, Andy. Nope. The guy's definitely impressed in his 2 outings that he's had. He looks like he could benefit from having a decent setup. The next couple of tracks coming up, of course, a lot twistier, Javi into the pit, will suit the Lambo, the Renault and other cars more than the AMG. So the tracks selected are obviously designed for everybody to have a fair shake at it. So we go trackside with Dauphinia. Dauphinia looks like he's catching Demobi. That's the fight for second. These boys make any mistake, take any of them out, then Kembo and Uber not too far behind. Atanas out the pit now, good to see. Have a quick on board with Dauphinia, see sort of lines these boys are taking. Wow! I think he may have had a slowdown there. Because that skyline didn't have piss off. Hang on a second, mate. For fuck's sake. I've got everything on shared, mate. Absolutely everything. I just checked it out. Shared audio from everybody. I should be able to pick you up, brother, seriously, on my broadcast. Because we're in a party together. Just... hang on then. Let me have a look at the party settings. Yeah, you should be on it, buddy. I can't check it without going through. You should be on though, mate. Right, as we look at Sherbet Gandhi coming through Paul Ferreira into Blanchimont, it looks like Multiverse has got that done. Dauphinio now. Still sticking with Demobi somewhat there. Ubar into the pit. Through Eau Rouge. Sherbet Gandhi. Looking good through there. Go back on with Dauphinio. What's happening there? Him and Demobi taking different lines, trying to come out of the draft. Ubar still in the pit. Yeah, I reckon so. Sherbet Gandhi into 6 now with Ubar in the pit. Beautiful. These boys going hard at it. This, of course, for second position here. Careful not to wipe one another out. Just have a quick look back at Sherbet Gandhi following Multiverse. That AMG doing a good job at the minute. Sherbet Gandhi in the draft now. I think that's Barra behind them. Checking that out. Very close together. Demobi through the double grouch. It's always good through this bit. Gains a bit of speed on Dauphinio. Dauphinio goes defensive. He went wide. He's got to slow down. Demobi's through. Dauphinio's going to want to fight back. Beautiful driving by these guys. Very aware where one another are at all times. Oh, Dauphinio on the outside. No, it... wow. Good driving by the boys. Yeah. Demobi delaying his steering there, coming through Stalliot. Great driving, well played. Got a bit of driving further back as well with Sherbet Gandhi. Yep. He's going to have a slowdown there, Andy, definitely. Sherbet Gandhi still following Multiverse around. Atlantis has gone through on Ricardo. Atlantis doing a much better job this time round. What's Sherbet Gandhi up to? Still on the arse end of that Merc of Multiverse. Dauphinio. Oh, very wide. He's going to get a slow down. Dauphinio. This is a great fight for second place. I'm so impressed with these boys. Dauphinio now the guy behind. Yep. He's got a massive gap back to Multiverse, and it's over a 10-second gap to the guys in front. It's going to need an accident from one of these boys here for him to catch, I think. As Sherbet Gandhi's still on Multiverse. Ooh, Sherbet Gandhi up into... oh, cut back. Yeah, great driving the sauce by the boys. Okay, 1 sec, mate. Multiverse doesn't look happy with that 6th place. He looks like he wants that 5th. Ooh, Sherbet Gandhi very sideways. Sherbet Gandhi keeping it within the lines this time. Demobi and Duffinio look very close. Let's have a look. These boys obviously, while they've been squabbling, fighting over position, has allowed Edwin to build up quite a considerable gap. Now the pit lane here, for the Formula 1 cars, you're going to lose about 17-18 seconds. For the GT3s, we estimated it was around 25. Edwin at the minute with a 21-second gap as Demobi into the pit. Duffinio gains position on track. Multiverse now is still keeping with him a little bit. Now, it'd be interesting to see with Demobi into the pit if Kembo can... He's definitely through. Is Demobi going? Kembo through. Definitely on track. Back into 3rd. He's in the podium spot. 25 seconds. Yeah, there's 25 seconds now, Andy, with a pit stop in hand. I think he should come out. It'd be very close. Looking back at Multiverse. Yeah, it looks like it. Just have a look at the chase gun. See Javi, different line through there, the track side, and back on board with Multiverse, coming through up onto a Rouge. Sherbet Gandhi looks like he's pulled a gap now, definitely. Sherbet Gandhi with Demobi ahead of him. A little bit of time between them guys there. Obviously Demobi's just taken his pit stop. So once these boys all come in and do their provisional pit stop, we'll see where they are. Fuel-wise, Sherbet Gandhi with 20 litres. Atanas, looks like he had a little bit of an off. Yeah, he's really on it. Atanas still looking at Javi back there. Let's have a quick on board with these guys. Chase Gamma, that M6. Beautiful livery as they're coming up to Eau Rouge. Let's see Atanas' line through here. All backing off in 6th gear there. I'm really surprised. I personally would keep it in 5th up there, just keeping the torque and momentum going, then swapping into 6th as you come at the top. But, you know, different strokes, different folks. On board with our leader. Setting some great lap times. Another 1 minute 19 at 2:19 last time around. That's the fastest lap, so he's on for a couple of extra points if he keeps this going. Cuts a lot of curve on the entry.
He's got that Mercedes absolutely flying around.
It'd be interesting to see, Andy, with the next couple of races coming up, whether he can do that at, say, Spain and especially the Japanese Grand Prix, the Merc. Maybe not as...
One person that I know is very strong around Catalonia is Duffinio.
Yeah, I had pointed out that he does like it, yeah. Very fast time is a 44. I think myself, I've only just managed a 45 around Spain. So 44 blistering pace.
There as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So the movers and shakers last time round, guys. Edwin, definitely one of the standout guys at the minute, with a 2 minute 19. Then followed by Duffinio. Atanas looks like he's gaining. So yeah, Duffinio over 2:21. Kenbo 2:22. Demobi slower lap, but that might be because he were pit stoppers. Atanas maybe getting a good run on him. Let's go on board. BMW sounds like a beast coming up this start round to the end of Sector 3 as they come past Paul Ferrer into Blanchimont. That gap has increased a little bit. Let's see what Atanas is like on the brakes into the bus stop. That BMW pushed so far out wide there, he's going to get a slowdown.
In order to go flat out, he's using all the track and more.
Absolutely. I mean, there may be a few stewards inquiries after this with people's line, but Atanas fighting at the back in 11th.
I would say it's been overemphasised that drivers are not to overuse the track limits around
Absolutely,
here.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think we've been through
acknowledged
it already.
that the game doesn't always penalise this type of infringement, but we've been crystal clear over the consequences of what will happen.
Yeah, with our
Rubbins seem to be taking advantage.
Rubbins Racing in Discord, we have our own stewards inquiry room. and I'm pretty sure there'll be a few things. Richard into the pit, Edwin into the pit.
We're gonna have a.
Edwin looks like he's stuck at the pit.
My
Look at,
goodness!
looks like he's
The race
stuck.
leader,
Oh,
Edwin!
he's stuck. He's managed to get it
my
going.
Goodness.
What is happening there?
That is a
Definio.
disaster.
Definio now.
Championship leader, the winner of the first 3 races of the season, Edwin V77, has had an absolute disaster.
Lost some time,
going
yeah.
into the pit lane.
Wow.
And Kenbo, Dartinho still has to pit. Kenbo is going to come
Where
round
is Kenbo?
in 3rd place currently at the moment. Kenbo
Yeah.
coming around the bus stop chicane is going to have a great chance of taking the lead of the race.
Quick look at Edwin, still stationary. Kenbo now, up the start finish. Edwin still's got Edwin going now. Kenbo across the
got
line.
him.
It'll be close, Andy. Edwin coming up
This is
towards
gonna
the
be
end.
Very tight.
Let's have a look. Can we see Edwin Griffith going to the chase cam on the right hand side,
Kenbo
leaving the
around
pit?
hairpin.
There
Edwin
the
out
boys
of the
are.
pit lane.
Is
Oh,
it clean? Wow.
we are. They're going to be side by side going down the Camel Straight, one would imagine, unless Edwin's got that straight line speed.
I think he
Pull
has,
away,
you know.
the railway.
Bags the pace in that AMG. Let's see what Kenbo can do behind him. Let's go on board with him.
Kenbo's motivated now. He can see the back of that AM just swirling around in front of him. He's now got
Absolutely.
the opportunity to take this championship.
It was a
to
rare
Edwin.
mistake.
Edwin obviously
By
walked away
Edwin.
with this.
You don't often see him make too many mistakes while driving in this championship, and that was one of them. Famous, the pit exit entry there for getting cars sideways and stuck. He's so lucky that he
lost
didn't
at
have to
least 7 or
retire.
8 seconds in the
A
wall,
lot of people in that position, Andy, do have to retire the car. Edwin very wide there. Go trackside. There's the
Edwin was very,
cameraman
very
to
lucky, Eddie. He didn't hit the wall at a very high speed. He entered it in a very compromising position.
Very
But
lucky, Andy.
His
Yeah.
the actual impact wasn't too bad. He was
No.
stuck there for a little while. He couldn't
I'd
get
say-
out of the wall.
I'd say we're
Stuck
very
in-
lucky not
wedged
to get
in a little
it
gap.
stuck sideways. Yeah, you can get wedged in there almost, and that's it. You have to retire the car, which would have spelt disaster for Edwin. Definio, 11 seconds. That gap's dropping. Kenbo now pulling up in the concertina effect. Atanas looks like he's hassling the back of Javi as well.
From a neutral point of view, I really hope that Ken can take this race to Edwin now.
It'd be interesting to watch. We've got 4 laps to go. Kenbo on a good lap as well. We'll just take a quick look back at Atanas, who's coming up
Kenbo on his
past.
personal best, but
Yeah,
Edwin
absolutely.
just seems to have too much pace.
Go back on board with Ken now. Let's have a look at his chase cam, seeing that gap. It does look like the AMG's pulling out. That BMW's
I just want to say
screaming.
a big thank you to Braddock pointing out the issues with my mic. And I'm glad to report that it's all fixed now.
Hopefully,
Thank you, Braddock.
it's
Shout out.
fixed. Got a quick look through there. Tanis now. Sorry about the camera angle. Oh, these boys have definitely had a spin. They've had a
Big accident between
real
Atanas and
nightmare.
Havica.
Atanas slow, Javi slow. I think Atanas waited there, was letting Javi through. Maybe a track accident there. It's not good to see.
Well, we know that Atanas was on the back of Avi a couple of laps ago, and maybe that battle was overboiled.
Yeah, I mean, it
Maybe
can be
that's context.
frustrating following a driver. You know, you're maybe a little quicker in places. That BMW M6, not a popular choice with drivers, it must be said. So I'm so impressed that Atanas is still going. He's fighting for that top 10 position. It's worth a lot of points being in the top 10. We're going to have just a quick look at Kenbo now.
Atanas is consistent.
Let's have a look at
going until the end of the race.
Absolutely. We're watching Kenbo now. Oh, we've got a bit of traffic, I think.
Oh, was that
Yeah.
Richard?
I think it was Richard coming off to a side. Now, we give him massive props for doing that. Our boys given every right to stay on the line and let the drivers come around, but Richard there being very sensible with the leaders coming round, not wanting to get himself involved in that sort of scrap. We've just looked back at Bama now, on the back of Uber, coming up the Kemmel Straight until this comes. We know how good this guy is on the brakes. Very smooth. Has to be said. Tanis and Javi still going at it. Let's have a look back. Let's have a look on board with Bama to see where he's quick. See where that Merc's struggling. As the Merc goes very wide into the teardrop, it does have a name, but I struggle pronouncing it, and I don't want to do my Belgian friends any just by getting the name wrong. Uber very wide there, has to give the position. Looks like Atanas is trying to line up Javi up the straight. Should we go on board with Atanas now?
I thought it was disappointing event, this one.
Yeah, I expected a tiny bit more out of him. Ubar regularly. He was in race 1, give us some fantastic racing. Go trackside now. That M6 in the draft. See what sort of speed that M6 is doing at the draft now. I reckon 160s. 161, 62, he's going to start braking. 164, he got up to Ubar now. Trying to get that position back from Bama, but Bama, ooh, as he goes very sideways, coming through Campus Corner. Great fighting by these boys. I cannot believe how close Edwin and Kembo were on track now. Edwin's really gone at it with a 2:19. Kembo, 2:24 last time around. That gap is now 7 seconds.
Kembo's trying too hard, lighting those tyres up.
Maybe overdriving it a little bit there, Andy, I reckon.
This race is done and dusted.
Yeah, if we look at the chase cam of Kembo as he comes through Rouge, let's see if we can spot Edwin in the distance. We'll get to see what a 7 gap looks like. Look at him, just at the end there, you can see Edwin. That's the gap on track. A couple of cars behind him, that's Demoby. Richard in front of him needs to be aware that Demoby's coming up on him. He will get blue flag soon. We'll need to move out the way, but the guy needs to do it in a safe place. Keeping on board. Go on board with Ubar now.
Richard.
Yeah.
Always very clean, always very respectful.
I reckon the guy's going to move out the way of Demoby any second. Demoby now flashing the lights, letting him know he's there. Demoby maybe getting a little bit fed up with being behind him at this point. Blue flag for Richard now.
The turbulent air is the main issue. It's not getting held up. It's the fact that the car's overheating unnecessarily. For a lap car being in front of him. And Demoby will not appreciate that one bit. But I don't blame Richard. The flag's obviously not appearing until the last moment there. As it looked, but looking to the inside here.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, contact!
I am going to call something on that one. Ubar made the move, and it looked like Bama did move across back on the braking zone, so Ubar came off the brakes. It sort of set him up for
very
himself.
Heavy on the brake, turning in.
I think Bama was a victim of his own success there by trying to swerve back across the line on Ubar. We're frowned upon on this one. This is how accidents happen. You're fine to make a move to defend the corner, but to move them back on the line. Look at Bama, he's not happy with that. You could tell he's... Oh, Ubar lets him through. It looks like Ubar's letting him through. Yeah, he either got slowed down or he let him through, and I presume he probably let him through. Atanas now, the Kimmel Straight, getting closer to Javi. Ubar now.
Ubar, very, very respectful man.
Ooh, Bama sideways.
Oh, his Bama loses the car.
Yeah, loses the cab. Where is Sam in all this? He's only just coming round. Will he benefit? He won't. But it'll pull him up. Atanas now. Really hassling Javi.
He's going to get anywhere near him.
Good racing by these boys here. This is for the last.
Demoby's closing the gap on Kendo for what it will be a net second place once Dustinho brings the car into the pit lane.
We've got Atanas showing him the inside there. We'll go back in a second. Just let's see these guys come through the double grouche. Into Lafangs. Right. Demoby. Sherbet Gandhi. Multiverse, I think, maybe made a pit stop or he came in very tight line into there. Ubar very sideways. Multiverse in front of him. Ubar comes through. Atanas now. Trying to weigh that 488 up. He must be so frustrated sat behind this 488 and he coming up into Blanchimont.
Oh, that car has been in front of him for most of this race, over half of this race. That Ed Ferrari has been all that Atanas can see.
Atanas,
and likewise,
very wide.
Having seen that. Oh, it was Ugwa up the inside of Lacombe.
Sherbet Gandhi looks like he's struggling with those back tyres. Ubar's through into 6. Oh, as Ubar goes very sideways, so does Sherbet Gandhi, replicating the guy in front. Wow, into the teardrop now. These guys are really on the limit at the minute. So we take a look back at Atanas. Ooh, and the inside. Into
making a dive.
Has he got the spot done?
Oh,
sorry boys, wrong camera.
Relinquish the position.
These boys fighting hard. Atlantis finally through now. We'll go on board with Javi. See that M6 has got the power to do it.
That one.
Both of them very tentative on the throttle.
Nice run out of El Rouge.
Definio into the pit. Edwin through back into the lead, I believe. Look at the speed of Jeffy up the Kimmel Straight, onto the brakes into Lacombe's.
The Moby's closing in a little bit on Kenbo. I think it may be a little bit too late.
Let's have a look at the gap while we're at it, boys. You can see him out in front of him. I think we're on to the last lap here. Yep, absolutely,
An error
Definio.
from Kenbo now. An error from Kenbo now would spell a lot of second place, I'm sure.
He must have that podium spot though, Andy, which is great to see him up the top of there. After race 1 and what happened to him, it's good to see that Z4 really going for it this time round. Let's have a look at
Kenbo,
Edwin.
obviously a big fan of this track.
He does like it, so he said that. Let's just follow our race leader through. One mistake by him into the pit stop. Very rare mistake by Edwin. On the limit there. Through Melbourne into the teardrop. Having a look back at the Moby. Let's have a look at the chase cam. Can he make anything stick? Sherbet Gandhi into the pit.
Gap's less than a second now, Eddie.
It looks exciting. We may have a photo finish here. Kenbo needs to keep it on the track. I'm going to 8. How many more positions will Sherbet Gandhi lose? Has Tanis managed to get him? I don't know.
Sherbet Gandhi, a torrid evening for him.
Kenbo trying to get out the way of that draft. Doesn't want to give Demobi any advantage. I can see Definio just in the background. He's done a good job to stay on course with these guys. The top 4 really shining at this point as they come through the double garage. Can Demobi fight? It's really difficult to see. Yeah, it's really difficult to see. He's maybe looks like he's got a bit more corner speed. Can he get a run on him here? Kenbo, so important to get the good run out of Campus. Looks like he's alright. Yeah. These boys, track limits. Oh, the Skyline around! Wow! So we say that. Where's Definio? Definio around.
To take the final podium
Dennis
spot.
just rounded to 3rd.
Unbelievable.
On the last lap.
Oh,
Is that Demobi going quick on board with our Edwin across the line? Good job by him. 2:18 last time round. Class of the field. Well done, Edwin. Kenbo now into the bus stop for the last time. 2:21 lap time round. Another good guy, Demobi with a 2:20. Kenbo across the line.
Kenbo, a great
Well done,
recovery after a disappointing race 1.
Definio stayed in there, didn't he?
Place.
Well done, Gate. Well done, Definio. Our Czech driver there, proving that consistency is key. Demobi, very unlucky in the end, but good points. We've got Multiverse, who started out near the front, but has managed to keep on to his 5th position spot. Good to see our new driver scoring some real good points as he comes across the line. Good job by him. Ubar now through the pit stop. One of our regulars.
A little bit of a recovery in the second part of that race there.
Absolutely.
The final phase.
Bama now, what do you think about him? New driver into the league, Andy. He's had a good showing. He's definitely given us some good attraction.
Some good little battles going on in this race.
Absolutely.
He's
Sam as well.
Both races somewhat on his own.
There's the lonely one, absolutely. Sam, another new driver to the Rubbins Racing League, comes home in 8th. Good driving by him. Sherbet Gandhi, what can you say?
Sherbet Gandhi.
Guy.
Honestly, Eddie, we've seen flashes of brilliance. We've seen flashes of hopelessness. I don't know what to make of this young man. He's had a very on-off race. He's driven in patches.
Yeah, the guy obviously has pace. It's just putting that all together now. I'll hope for a better performance out in Spain for our next round. Crosses the line in 8th. Atanis is going to get that last podium spot, last top 10 spot. Makes all the difference. The guy drove very well today. Thanks for sticking with it, Atanis. Javi in the background, very wide. Gets it round. Last driver, where's Rich on track?
Richard, I think it's Richard.
He's going out slow, yeah, he's finished up. Javi across the line. Thank you so much, boys, for sticking with us, joining, watching the stream. From all of us here at Rubbin Racing. Andy, have you got any thoughts on the race?
We truly appreciate everybody who tunes in, everybody who gives us time of day to come and watch us. And we just want to say thank you to all our drivers. Fantastic showing, excellent driving from everybody in this race.
It makes it all worth the while.
We've seen a lot of on-track action. We've seen a lot of on-track